Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Hello! Welcome to my first ever video. Today I'll be doing a sketchbook tour of all of my books ages 10 to 17. There's a lot of stuff to go through here. I have quite a few books. None of them are really that finished. I think 2 of them maybe are. I'll try and show them off in a chronological order, but some of these overlap and some of them have art from all sorts of ages. So I'll do my best and I'll put the ages on screen as well. I'm a bit nervous about showing all of these because there's a lot of different drawings in here. And there's a lot of cringe ones, and I'm gonna be just showing them all off on the internet. I have my Christmas tea here with some honey and some milk in it, and I hope you grab a warm drink as well to join me, and let's get started. Here is my first book, my first ever sketchbook. It's a very cheap A5, I think it costed me €1 sketchbook. I had it when I was about 10 years old, I think. Yeah. As you can see, beautiful art in here. I don't know why I like drawing trees this way. It just looks like you cut it down the middle and then the ground has like roots in it and stuff. But very reminiscent of the time, I guess. I was a little kid just having fun with some coloring pencils. This design here, I remember I stole from my friend. We probably stole it from the internet, but who knows. It was a little penguin and I loved drawing him again and again. I'm not gonna be showing every single page in here, just cause it's a lot of the same and I think it might get a little repetitive at that point. But also I used to use these sketchbooks as notebooks as well. I still do. It's a thing I should stop doing probably. But I have a lot of notes in here and I don't really feel like showing those off. So we're gonna be skipping some pages here. I think this is a time skip. I don't know exactly how old I must have been here. Still around 10, maybe 11 at this point. I think I drew with yellow coloring pencil and then I used some outliner on top. Cute! Has the typical hands behind back pose, but that's alright. After this point there was a lot of notes for math and stuff. Yeah, honestly I think that was it. No. We have, I think there's something on this page. Yeah. I used this book very recently because I realized I had half a book left and I thought that was a waste. So I drew some little sketches here. This is my OC Dea, Bonnie, and Amber. This one I'm not really that happy with, but I did it without reference. Oh, this is Penelope. Oh, these are all my characters, huh? I didn't recognize it, oops. I really like the shape of this one. I think that's cute. And then this page has me figuring out how I wanted my setup to be on my desk. I used 2 days straight just trying to decorate my desk and painting and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, it ended up looking kind of like this one, I think, the most. If you guys want a desk tour or like a setup tour, I'd be happy to do that someday. Yeah, that's the last thing. So that was sketchbook number 1. Ta-da! You're gonna have to prepare your eyes for this one. This is a better quality sketchbook that I decided to paint over. I put some roses that I painted with glitter here. I'm not sure if that really shows. So in this one I had particularly many notes, so I'm gonna be skipping quite a few. This is my, let's call it doodle face. Pretty cute, eh? So I watched Doodle Pig on YouTube. I'm not sure if the channel is still up. I'll have to check. But I basically followed along and drew as many of these little doodles as I could. And it was like some of my first ever drawings. I really enjoyed doing these. It was a lot of fun. I remember I just gotten my brand new fine liners and I was so happy. And I was just trying them out and having a good time. I think I drew this one when I was at my grandparents' house. These bring back a lot of good memories for me. If you're paying attention, you'll notice that every single one I have this little ninja guy in it because he was my favorite one to draw out of all of these doodles and I did him in every single one. I think this is one of the later doodles. I didn't do many after this. It was kind of just a face, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I like this guy. He's a happy little camper. I drew myself here, I think. I don't know why, but I like drawing my hair just super poofy. It's looking a little silly, but it has character, I guess. I was 10 when I made this. I had a bit of a phase as well where I would go on Movie Star Planet. I would draw people's characters and I think I would charge something for it, but I don't even know if there was a money system. It's hard to remember. Honestly, it's one of the better things in here. I drew a little Pokemon trainer here. Oh god. Wow, that is truly cursed. Wow, that's my little cat. I don't want to look at it for any longer than I have to. Can I call this my anime face? I think they're wearing school uniforms. I was just having fun back then. Truly a fashion icon. All these doodles take up like a sixth of the page. I'm still like that. I draw really small. I should mention with this one, I didn't actually make this character or this piece. Well, I did draw this, but I didn't come up with this. I think I was watching, what was her name? I think Pencil Girl or Drawing Girl, something like that. Creative Girl? Creative Girl, I think. If her channel is still up, I'll show it. But I was watching her videos and she was making a free marker challenge and I just loved this drawing she did and I tried to copy it. This is something that I want to mention actually. You know, as a kid, you trace and you copy a lot of other people's art mainly. That's how you learn. I didn't do a lot of that. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't, you know, because as a kid, you learn by seeing and copying work and it teaches you how, maybe not how the fundamentals work, but it teaches you how to make things look good. Ding ding. And I think that's a thing that I didn't learn until a lot later is how to make things look good. Like I actually started learning the fundamentals before I started learning that. Well, unless you think this looks good, in which case you're totally right. I think one of the reasons why I didn't do that is that I had an art teacher. She was really harsh against tracing, which, you know, is understandable as an art teacher, but she just completely made me think like, I cannot do that. Never in my life will I look at another picture and try and draw it. This is, oh my. I think this was me telling myself to be more positive, but it says, I wish something good happens. Open your eyes, something good happens, with a D in there. Also, I like that I completely disregarded all typical comic rules of read this first then this, because that is not how this goes. Oh my. You can clearly tell what I thought was cool at the time. I drew this with watercolor and fine liner by the looks of it. I did not understand the face very well. I did kind of have a curve in here, like I knew there was some kind of curve there. Didn't understand that very well. Didn't understand hair very well, shading or rendering or anything, but I was really proud of this. I remember looking at this and being like, yeah, this is my magnum opus. This is some good stuff. Oh my god. I pulled up the page slightly and it looks like she has little legs. As you might be able to notice with the last few works, I was entering a sort of anime phase, apart from the fact that I didn't actually watch anime. I had a friend that watched anime and I thought she was so good at drawing and I was really jealous of her. So I started drawing like her and she drew kind of like anime style and I didn't watch anime. So I just kind of copied the eyes from her copy of an anime and that's the result of this. I thought they looked cool. A+ for effort on this hand. Like that was a weirdly good hand. This was in 2017, so I must have been 12? 12? No. Yes. No. Was I 11 when I drew this? Oh god. I know what's next. This is gonna be fun showing on the internet. You know, as any artist probably does, I channeled some emotions into my art, and that day I was probably feeling a bit upsetty. Oh, I did a hand study? Not too bad, honestly. Oh, that is cute. Something I find really cute about this is I actually drew like a little thumbnail down here of what I wanted it to look like. I mean, obviously I had no clue how to draw poses yet, but I mean, A+ for effort, that's cute. I remember being really frustrated with pigtails and like longer hair. I did not know how to draw it. I mean, back then, I was still working mainly with just like shapes, not really understanding perspective or anatomy or anything. Just knowing that an arm is vaguely this long. I actually think I entered an art block here. As you can see, I just kind of made shapes for a bit of time. Some unfinished stuff of, I'm gonna guess this is not meant to be the pupil, but it looks horrifying. I drew a dude. Wow. You can see I was trying to implement a lot of anatomy and perspective things in here. Like I knew there was like a muscle here, and I knew that I wanted the foot to be going upward like he was walking and stuff. I just didn't know how to do it. I think I would have really benefited from actually studying fundamentals here, but I didn't know that was a thing because I was a little kid and I just drew it for fun, you know? Ooh, this one. I remember this one because I was really proud of this one. I thought it looked really cool. I think it was on accident that I drew this line here, but it kind of worked out because it's sort of how the anatomy works. This is a trend you'll see. I drew a lot of fire girls around this time. I remember being really fascinated with the chibi style, but I did not know how to do it, and I was kind of upset about that because I really wanted to be able to do it. I drew a unicorn, and for some reason I wrote horse. Not too bad, it kind of has some of the shapes. I think that's the first animal I've drawn, apart from that one cat. I did some studies here of horses. I don't know if I drew these from reference actually. If you're a younger artist or just a beginner artist, you should absolutely use references. Oh my god, creepy. Now that I've gotten better and I've drawn for about 7 or so years, I have come to a point where in every single piece I do, I use reference because every single piece you do is a learning opportunity. I remember there was a big trend with like, you can't use reference if you're actually good at art, you shouldn't use any and you should just be able to draw it from your memory. And being able to draw from memory is really good, especially for efficiency, but it's also important to be able to draw with reference and being able to learn from all the things you see. I think that advice was more so for myself like some years ago, but if you can use it, then take it. This one I remember, my grandma asked me to draw someone ice skating, and back then I didn't have a lot of good ways to do it. Like nowadays I could think of like 100 different pieces I could make out of that prompt, right? But I was really bored with this. I remember being like, man, I don't want to draw this. This sucks. But honestly, our face turned out pretty good. That's cute. I drew Finn as a girl apparently. Wait, no, does Finn have long hair? I feel like Finn has long hair. This might be actually just Finn. And then Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and I don't know who that is. You'll see a trend later where I draw a lot of YouTubers, which actually taught me a lot about facial features. This did not. There's no facial features in this. But yeah, I loved watching these two as a kid. They were a lot of fun. Ooh, this one's cute. I actually filled up like half the page this time. I like the eyes on it. The mouth is a little off, but that's alright. You can see I knew there was like a collar here. I just didn't know how it worked. Cute though. Here I tried doing a side profile, probably for the first time. Honestly, not half bad. For the time period, like, I still struggle with side profiles sometimes. I've gotten better and I know how to study them now, but yeah, I struggled with it for so long. I like how I left myself a little message here. Cool. I would do that quite often. I'd go back over and I'd leave a message on a piece of art if I thought it needed like a comment of some sort. This is a background. I like how I even got some reflections in here. That's cute. I had a lot of trouble with backgrounds all up until honestly this year, I think. I still struggle with them, you know. It's still a new subject, but I at least know the fundamentals of how to make one now. Ooh, this is the first of the eye that I would go with. This was my kind of style here. This one. I like how it looks, it's cute. Did not really know how to draw smiles that well. Oh god, yeah. Teeth was a really strange concept to me. I could not figure out how to draw them for the life of me. If you want any tips on it, instead of drawing every single individual tooth, just draw a vague shape. Look at other people's art with like where they smile and see how they do it. It's all just like a white blob with vague lines. Honestly, that's a good piece of advice. If you're struggling with like how to make something look good, look at other people's art. This one I remember I took a reference picture for actually, with the hands, which was rare. Yeah, they look pretty decent. I think she was meant to be some kind of fire lady and then I gave up on her. This one's cool. I did like some perspective work on this. Cute little mermaid. Honestly, this looks pretty good. This was 2018, so I must have been 12. No, I must have turned, yeah, 2018. I would have been just 13 in this one. It's weird to think how much I've grown since this age. I remember it very well. Oh, I did a whole figure study almost. That's actually really good for this time. I remember as a kid, I was like considered an art kid in school. I wore that title with pride. I love being the art kid. These hands, they do not represent my art, okay? They are looking a little rough. I could not figure out how to draw hands that did like a heart like this. Oh, my dog's barking. Yes, dog. Love you too. Bark if you're dumb. Yeah. You done? Let's continue. This was clearly a piece where I tried pretty hard with the outfit and then I tried coloring it in and the hair just did not want to work with me. Ooh, this one I like. I did this a couple times where I would draw a witch, and I would always like how they turned out for some reason. Just looks pretty neat. I think it's the background and like the background, sort of middle and foreground. I like that I didn't draw like a lot of color on it either. Ooh, we're entering the Lavender Town phase. This happened when I was 13. Jeez. Anyway, I entered this phase when I was about 13, where I started watching some Lavender Town, and I really liked her style, and I actually decided to implement it a bit. I think it was because I had been struggling with the fundamentals for a while. I was just done with it. I just wanted to make stuff that looked neat. I learned how to make some stuff look neat in this style, and I really liked it. It was really therapeutic almost, like the way of drawing this hair and stuff. Oh, these are cute. We have all of these really cute girls. And then this dude. These are all really cute. I really do like this style. I really like the hairstyles in these. They look really cool. I think this is Hermione. I really like these. They're cute. I think my mom drew this and she didn't finish it. This must have been from Pinterest because I don't think I would draw these kind of outfits normally. This is a technique I learned that I thought was like the coolest thing ever, where you just took like a cheap like Crayola marker or something and you put it on some plastic where it wouldn't like stick, right? And then you put your brush in there and you pick up the pigment and then you just draw with it. I don't know if I added water. I might have. But it makes it look really smooth and stuff. I thought it was so cool because you could make like some really good looks that was with cheap markers. Typically they'll have like streaks and stuff. I think I'm done here. This one, I think this is a redraw of another book you'll see later. I was clearly experimenting with my line art in this. You can see it kind of has like holes in it around. I definitely had learned a little bit more about perspective in this, but I was still struggling a bit with my art at this time. So that was this book. It was pretty much all finished. Let's move on to the next one. Oh my god, I don't know if this will fit. This is the next one. I might have to film this some other way because I don't think this is gonna fit in here. I wrote a Christmas card and it was huge. I remember my friend had drawn like a picture of like her hand with a pencil. A little bit better than this. And I thought it was so cool, so I stole that idea from my mom's Christmas card. And I wrote, "Hello and Merry Christmas." It was like breaking the fourth wall. I drew some Minecraft, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, I drew a little Pikachu. I'm not sure I'll be able to show this on camera in any way. Maybe I can do it. There he is. You can't see all of it. There! Yes! I drew a map here. As a kid, I would take my toys and I would draw out a map and then I would like walk around with them. There's like a farm down here, castle, carnival, city. Cool stuff. I love making my own little worlds like this. I think that's very reminiscent of like what I do now. Oh! Oh my. Yeah, we're back to the fake anime phase in which I actually didn't watch anime, so I had no clue what I was doing. It looks pretty cute. Oh, I finished it. I'd gotten some alcohol-based markers and they were like my main drawing tool at the time. I really like the smoothness of them. I couldn't really get that with my own drawings yet, but I did like it. I think that's kind of cute considering that like nowadays I draw like digitally. I wanted that smooth look, you know, and I ended up switching mediums for it. There is this absolute jump scare. I drew an eye. Didn't quite get the proportions right, but I was 12 in this. Did my best. It's cute. Looks like a country girl almost. I don't know why, but I drew a lot of country girls. And some of them have like very similar designs. So it looks like I had like a subconscious OC. I didn't realize I had. Otherwise, this book is entirely empty. I know I wasted a lot of paper here, but I just don't like the size of this thing. I like drawing small. I'm sorry. Moving on to the next one. This is the sketchbook. This is the one I mainly remember as a kid. I filled this entire thing up and I loved it with all my heart. I did not like the texture of the cover, but that's okay. Okay, so I had this from 11 till 13. I wrote down some stuff that I wanted to improve here. So I wrote down things I want to improve. Glasses, poor portions, facial fiotas spelling, and ankles, where you see the drawing from. For the record, my first language is not English, alright? So, shut up. This piece, I forgot to draw in the pupils, but I must have been 11 here. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this. I would go back in and draw on the other side, because in this entire book I only drew on like one side of the page. So this one is from when I was 13, about 2 years later I think. Which is wild to think about, there's only a 2-year difference between these two. I had a little mouse statue that I drew here. A little hippie looking girl. She's cute. drew a tree. I think I stole this comic from somewhere, but I have no idea where. So it says, well, I guess it's time for school again. And then he looks at the school and prison is crossed over. It's a school. And he goes, why? If any of you know where I stole this from, please tell me, because I don't know. And the cute little froggy. This page is interesting, right? I tried drawing a horse without any reference, and I was not doing good. And then on the next page, I tried drawing a horse with reference, and I was really proud of it. Like, I thought this looked really good. And I started to realize, like, maybe references aren't so bad, you know? But I actually went back quite recently, I think about a year ago, and I decided to redraw this horse again. And here it is. I am honestly really proud of that difference. It doesn't show that well on here, but you can see a lot more of the forms and just overall hoarseness of it. I think it looks almost like majestic compared to this one. I'm really happy with that. I thought that was cool. Both of which are drawn from reference. This, I think, was a doll we had to make in an arts and crafts project that I decided to draw. More like that anime face. The fake anime face. Oh, I went back in. Again, this was in 2022. I drew my OC Dea. Honestly, it looks pretty good. Not to toot my own horn. I'm still figuring out her design. I really want to do some cool story with her in the future. Maybe I'll make a video about her. If any of you are interested, then I might make a video about like her backstory. She's basically a runaway kid. This was also in 2022. Everything here is 2022 apart from this up here. This is from back when I was 11 or maybe 12. I don't know. 11 probably. Still figuring out my anime face without knowing how to draw anime. I'd seen like one anime picture and I'd seen my friend draw anime and I was like, this looks so cool. But I'd never watched anime growing up. The first time I watched anime, I think I was 14 or 15. But it never really took a hold of my art style that much. There's not a lot to say about these ones. I was figuring out my logo stuff over here. I was figuring out Dea still. 2022. Sorry, I have more stuff to say about like the newer things because I actually remember what I was thinking. In here I was probably just like trying to make a line correct. Clearly not sure what to do with the eyelashes here. I still suck at drawing eyelashes. I'm trying to like study them a bit. Bit of a jump scare, honestly. Clearly just give up on this one. My friend commented on the fact that when I was this old, I drew all my heads in a peanut shape and now I can't unsee it. This is just a peanut. Oh, I tried some perspective here. Interesting. Looks pretty cool. I don't think I was happy with it at the time, but honestly it looks pretty decent. I drew an eye crying. I don't think I used reference for this though. I drew a dude. Yeah, whenever I had a page that had some ink on it or like a bleed through or anything that was like imperfect, I would just not draw on it, which is the strangest thing. I don't do that anymore. Like nowadays, I'm completely fine with my pages being really messy. Cause like, I don't know, I like my sketchbooks like really messy nowadays just to like, it gives me more inspiration almost. Like not starting out on a perfect page and having to draw like a perfect thing. I think this was another one from Movie Star Planet where I drew a character. Yeah, again, see? I remember drawing this and thinking that this looked weirdly much like one of my sister's friends. And I just left it like this because I did not want to touch it and ruin it. More girls with pigtails. Hashtag trying out new style. I don't know why I wrote that. I did not use social media back then. Oh, this is when I started drawing YouTubers. So this is Echo. She has like a really iconic design. I think she does... What does she do nowadays? I don't watch her anymore, unfortunately. But she had like red in her hair and it was very iconic. I don't know why, but you're gonna see her a lot more times throughout this book. We got a goth girl. This was 2017, so I would have been... still 11 in this. You can see that like I was really struggling on how to make stuff look good. I knew the basics, right? I knew that some people use shine in the hair and that looked really good, and some people would draw over the hair with the eye and that looked really cool. I didn't look at other people's art for reference, so I never really learned where I should do it. So I was kind of just stumbling around for a while. This I drew in 2022. Oh yeah, I was talking about how like nowadays I don't care how messy my sketchbooks are. I think it's because nowadays I just really enjoy like scrapbooking more so. I don't do it enough, but just putting stuff in there that looks cute for the hell of it, you know? Oh god, I don't know why I wrote my full name on this one. Can we just appreciate these hands? These are some of the most cursed hands I've drawn. So I entered an art block around here and I just could not figure out anything. Like, I tried drawing and I didn't like how it looked and I gave up, and I wrote down messages about how annoyed I was by it, and I just couldn't draw anything that I was happy with. And I think the way I got out of that art block is actually by taking a break from drawing first off, and then I went back in and I tried using a different pencil, because the one I used here for some reason was like weirdly soft. I think it was like a 3B or maybe more even. It was really soft and I could not really make the art that I wanted to with this. So when I went back in and drew again, I drew with a much lighter pencil and I had a much easier time, and I could make work that I was decently proud of. Another hand study here. This one's really cute. My advice for getting out of art block would be to make sure to take breaks. I drew Billy J. So take breaks and go do other stuff, like go for a walk, go watch something. Make sure to get away from drawing to reset your mind, to not be stuck in the mud anymore, you know? And then make sure to consume art as well. What I like doing is watching movies or like animated stuff and seeing other people's art and get inspired from that. Oh wow. For me, art blocks are a lot about being uninspired and not really knowing what to do or how to do it and being frustrated with that. So you gotta go away to stop being frustrated, and then you gotta get inspiration. And if you need to, then take a new approach, you know, try oil painting instead of drawing with charcoal, or try a new medium, you know? Anything to get you out of that like mud is good. I want to mention, I am not an XD kid. I did write XD a lot, but I wasn't like a lols random kid, okay? I was close, but I wasn't quite there. This is the phase where I actually started drawing a lot of YouTubers, which I think is really good because I learned some different facial features and how to draw from reference a little more. Whether or not they're actually good, I'll let you decide. But I can see how some of these look like it, you know? I was really struggling with curly hair. LD Shadow Lady. She's the first ever YouTuber that I watched that spoke English. I had no clue what she was saying, but I learned through her. Ice Cupcake. Here we have the country girl. I don't know why, but this country girl is gonna show up some more times. And I never looked back or remembered the design. I just for some reason decided to draw her again, like later on. It's so weird. At this point you can see I have like a little bit more of a grasp on how the face is structured in terms of like this much for forehead, this much for face kind of deal, but still struggled a lot with it. I decided to draw a lot of feet here, or at least try to. I don't know, I think I drew these from reference, but I might not have, because what is this? This one's kind of cute. Looks very anime, even though I legitimately did not watch an anime. I did watch Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club? Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club. DDLC. I did watch DDLC, but I don't know if that was around here or this was just an accident. We have another eyeball. I tried drawing Echo again. Third time, fourth time. I don't know why I drew it so much, but I just did. A terrifying looking eye. I think I drew this with pastels, oil pastels. Chowder was my childhood show. You know how some people have like SpongeBob or like some kind of anime as a childhood show? Mine is Chowder and the Wings Club. I love those two. They were so much fun. This is a country girl again. Isn't that weird? I think I must just really have liked this outfit. Here's a very anime cute sort of pose, but I clearly did not really know how to draw poses still. Man, I'm gonna have to try and edit this down into like 30 minutes. Let's see if that works. More side profiles. Oh, she's cute. I actually don't think this is any character. I think I just made her up on the spot. This is actually really cute. Should I redraw this? This was 5 years ago. Should I make this again? If you guys want to see a redraw of this, let me know. I might just make a video about that. Me and Subnautica. Cute. I liked watching Subnautica Let's Plays it this time. We have another Fire Girl. This one I was really proud of as well. Oh, I really struggled with smiles. I have gotten better at them, but back then I did not know how to do them. Oh. Oh, sweet heavens. We're just not gonna talk about that one. Man, she's cute too. I was coming up with some cute designs. I don't know. I feel like I maybe stole these. Now I'm worried. This is when my dog died, so we're just gonna skip the next few pages. My dog of 6 years, Bella. She was a sweetheart, and I loved her very much. I don't know if I mentioned, but I actually already recorded this sketchbook tour before, but I managed to lose the footage. So that was 2.5 hours of footage lost, and I was very sad. Some of these just have like no life in their eyes, and it's weirdly creepy. I made some very quick OCs. I don't know if I drew these from reference. I probably did, but made some OCs really quick. So we got April, Summer, and Haley. I have never drawn them since. I practice some poses here, cute. This is the first time I drew Lissy, I think. She is an OC I've had for such a long time, and I haven't really done a proper tribute to her yet. I want to make a good drawing with her in it and make a little character sheet. I'm gonna get around to that someday, okay? I drew Lissy, and she's a little girl with red hair, red pinkish hair, who wears a purple cat onesie, and she is absolutely adorable, and I love her, and she's my baby. I think she's the kind of OC that kind of grows up with you. She's like aged up as well. I have both older and younger versions of her. This is a comic I made. See, the difference between this one and the earlier one is I actually knew how you're supposed to read them. I love pineapple on pizza. What did you just say? And then she slaps her. I stand by this. I wrote down my styles. You know when you make a whole page with your signatures on it? That's this page, so I'm trying my best to cover it. Yeah, I made a little OC here. I don't think I drew her again after this, though she does remind me of Penelope quite a bit. She's beautiful. Absolutely amazing. I'm getting to the very ends of this book. I drew the view in a plane. Very cool. I think I was on my way on vacation here. Honestly, pretty decent. I hadn't drawn a lot of backgrounds at this point, so I was doing my best. This one I remember. I did as a redraw of a drawing. I don't know when it shows up later, but I'll try and mention it. So this was a redraw of one of those. And this was in 2018. I had almost turned 13 at this point. We have some very heavily shaded hair. Oh, I remember this one. I really like how this one turned out. I remember this was another, I think this was another movie star request. She wanted me to draw with a dog, and I actually did it in like record time. This was like my magnum opus at the time, and I loved how it turned out, and I was really proud of it. I still think it looks really good, honestly. I did not feel like coloring that in, apparently. Blue, red. More shading. Very interesting shading. I drew some poses here. I think this was one of the absolute first times that I started practicing drawing poses from reference so that I could learn the body. I kind of want to compare these to like an image of one I did later, like pretty recently. You can see I've learned a lot by doing like hundreds of these. I think this is almost the end of it. More eyeballs though. I love drawing my singular eyeball. And here we are. So this is the last page. Thanks for reading through it. So you can see I just entered my 13-year-old style here. And that marks the end of this book. We got a few more to go through. Let's keep going. And here is the next one. This was a bit of a better quality sketchbook. Probably one of my favorites I've had throughout the years. It's the same one as the pink one from earlier. It's just not painted over, thankfully. So I used the sketchbook as more of a finished illustration type of sketchbook, meaning there was a lot more pressure of making something good in this. It's interesting to see what I consider like finished at this age, but I thought this one was really cool looking. I made this with watercolor. Then we have this one, and this was the one I did a redraw of with those like weird lines. So this was the first one where I was 12, and then the next one was a year later. Here's a drawing of Lissy. She's so cute in this. I do want to redo this actually. I have so many drawings I want to redo in this. If you want to see another piece of Lissy, let me know. I'll probably end up doing a lot of videos based on whatever you guys want to watch here in the beginning. I'm actually currently waiting on a commission from an artist here who is making a lovely little VTuber model for me. I should probably mention actually, I am mainly a digital artist. I changed medium mainly when I was around 13 or so. I had dabbled in it before, right? But I switched mainly when I was 13. Here's that country girl again. I don't know why she keeps showing up. I genuinely do not remember keeping this design in my head. Here's a cool hairstyle. She has quite the forehead. She looks like she's from One Piece almost. This one's really cute. This right here is the yearly redraw that I do. This is where it started. So this is of my character Penelope. I ended up making a character from this drawing. So I think this year will be the 6th year. I was 11 when I made this, and I'm really excited for it. I'll throw the other ones on screen so you can see. We have 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. And soon I'm actually gonna make a video redrawing her for the 6th time. But yeah, as you can see, I am a digital artist nowadays, which means that I'm probably gonna end up doing a lot of more digitally based videos. I think I'll still throw in clips here and there of some b-roll, you know, to keep it interesting. But I am gonna try and do some time lapses and those kind of videos. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around here in the beginning. There's gonna be a lot of figuring out my own style of video and what I want to do with this channel. Here's Lissy a little bit older. This I remember not liking, and then my dad looked at it and said it was really cool how I worked with like the grayscale here, and then I really liked it. And I wrote up in the top corner, I'm really proud of this. I'm sorry if my voice is getting a little raspy. I have been talking for a long time by now. And I also talked like all day yesterday, and then I lost the footage, baby. This was the sketch to that other one with the line art. I was just kind of having fun on this page, by the looks of it. Trying out some different techniques and stuff. Yeah, so at this point I had entered being 13, and I am in this style again. Ooh, this one's cool. Looks pretty decent. I think I drew this of a streamer or something. I don't remember, but I was 13 when I made this. Ooh, these ones I remember. I was so proud of these. This was like my second magnum opus. Remember the dog one? This was like my second one. So I drew these from Pinterest, I believe, from reference, and I just remember being so proud of them. They look really good for my time here. I think I was doing a style check again. Still having a lot of trouble with my style. That's something that I've always had, is like trouble figuring out my style and what I want to draw like. It's something that I've recently begun to embrace a little bit more. Like every piece that I make, I'm just exploring different styles and trying out new things and stuff. Like I have main things that I know that I like. I know that I like drawing really colorful stuff. This one's really cute. 1st of December. I know I love drawing really colorful stuff and really expressive stuff and really happy-go-lucky looking stuff and sort of like stories and scenes. But in terms of actual art style, oh, I finished this. In terms of actual art style, jumps around a lot, but I think that's fun. I've begun embracing it recently. Here I drew a dude. I did some life studies here. I'm not really sure how much of this is interesting to show because it's a lot of the same, I feel like. Damn! She got 5s for days. Look at her. What a beauty. I think I finished this one digitally. Going back to my roots. I did some doodles here and they're actually really cute. I think I just drew whatever came to my mind. 2019. Still 13 then. I stopped drawing in this for a while actually. So this is 2021. I drew Suro, I think. I think that's his name. Is that pretty much the end of this? Oh, she's cute. Look at her. She's so pretty. Don't know when I drew this. Must have been 2022 probably. And that was all in this book. Moving on to the next one. Next up is this one. I got this when I was 13 and it does not have a lot of drawings in it because I hated the texture. I really like paper that is super smooth. And this paper just is not super duper smooth. It has like so much texture and it was so hard for me to work on and I just did, wow. I did not like it. I don't like this either. What is this? I did it again? Was this a different medium? I mean, I guess he's a little bit better. Okay. Free SpongeBobs. Is there more? No. Free SpongeBobs. Beautiful. He's just in that uncanny valley, you know? Yeah, I think that's mainly all I've drawn in this. That was all in this one. Moving on. This baby. Really weird length. Didn't draw a lot of finished stuff in here, but I did sketch in it. I had a little bit of a period of time where I wanted to draw only using pen, or like, I guess this is a marker, so no sketch underneath. I was really just practicing that. Some of these are better than others. This paper was really weird. I remember this. Whenever you would draw with marker on this, it had this sort of like texture to it. And I thought it was kind of cool looking. This one I really liked. This one was really pretty. This was when I was around 13. I was like speed drawing here, not spending a lot of time on each thing. This is like really overworked though. I'm just having fun around this time. I drew Bumble Bailey. Drew a little cupcake. Ice cream. Not a lot of stuff to say about these. They're just really quick, small sketches. Just a lot of fun, really. That's a nice format for drawing people, though, standing this way. Oh, I was practicing a walk cycle here. I wonder if I played these consecutively, if I would be able to get an animation out of this. Oh, this one's cute. I like this one a lot. Kind of reminds me of my OC Bonnie. Oh, I remember this. I really wanted a Switch, like so bad. So I kept making drawings of myself holding a Switch to feel like I had one. Here's a little bunny girl. Uh-oh. We are entering a certain phase here. Wow, this is beautiful. So I wanted to learn how to draw fairies, okay? A girl was experimenting, learning the ropes. It's furries, you know? You gotta try it. It's like trying drugs. You gotta try. I'm kidding. Don't do drugs. Bad. Just drink tea. I was drawing paws and then this absolutely magnificent face down here. More furry stuff, I think. This one's pretty good, actually. Huh. I write little stars every time I drew something that I thought looked cool. Pretty good hand. Now, these ones were clearly from reference. I had some trouble, but working on it. And that's it. I do think I have an animation in here. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned. I had like a huge animation phase when I was younger. So when I was about 13 to maybe 15, I animated a lot. This is a simple free frame animation. But yeah, I animated a lot when I was that age. Maybe I'll throw some stuff up on screen so you can see some of it. I don't regret spending my time learning how to animate because I learned a lot about art as well for it. Like, I don't do it as much anymore. I kind of moved on to illustrating more, but I really enjoyed like bringing life and energy to my animations there. And I learned a lot for it. Like, you had to draw like crazy poses sometimes that you would never even think of. And I think I learned a lot of anatomy for that, honestly. A lot of weird stuff. This one is a series of free books that I'm gonna speed flip through. I'm gonna count all of these as one. So let's find some interesting stuff in here. Yeah, we're still practicing some furries in this age. Oh wow. I don't know what this is, but it's too cursed. This is my OC Casper. I'm still working on him, still working on his story. But he is a cute boy with a bunny. Once again, I'll make a video on it if you'd like. I would like to. Oh, I like these. I think I just gotten some new ballpoint pens. She is really cute. I like her. I'm sorry I'm speeding through these so much. There's just not a lot to show on them. Half of it is just notes and like diary entries. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I wanted to make like a fursona to like try it, you know? And I really liked the koala because I thought the nose was a funky shape. So I made this, I guess, OC that I never used after this called Koa. I want to make it clear, I have absolutely no disrespect for furries. I think they're some of the most like dedicated artists out there. But personally, I found out not for me. Maybe I'll do some stuff in the future. We'll see. Depends on if I can pay the bills or not. I didn't end up doing a lot of stuff after this. I was experimenting, seeing what I liked. It's pretty cute. Lily. Aww. She's adorable. I love the name Lily. It's so cute. Oh wow, this is like a whole piece. Background and everything. With this girl in like a really messy room. More furry stuff. Oh, here's another witch girl. I mentioned this earlier. Sometimes I would just like draw witch girls and I thought they look really cute. She's cute. I have a witch OC that you'll see later called Lua. This is cute. I like the hair. Best pencil thingy ever. That's it for that one. Last one. I guess this is a more recent one because I went back in and drew over some of these. But this was a lot of ideas for Art Fight. I never got around to any of these, I don't think, and that's so sad. I had so many ideas and so many characters bookmarked, but I only had like a month to do it, and so I don't think I made more than 10 pieces. I was a bit busy that month, but I just had so many ideas that I wanted to do, and they look so cool. This one I'm really sad in particular that I didn't manage to do. This was all in 2022, by the way. Here we go back in time to probably 2021, maybe 2020. 2020, I think sounds more right. Here I was doing a silhouette technique, trying to make some characters for a Halloween animation meme I was gonna do. I didn't get around to it, unfortunately, but these are some cool characters. This one right here in particular is the start of Lua. More sketches here. I think I did these at night because I couldn't sleep. These are cute. Look at these. Ooh, I remember this one. This hand I was so proud of. This was a good hand. This was even more Art Fight things I was gonna do, but I didn't get around to. These two I did actually. This one I'll throw up on screen, and this one is probably one of my favorite pieces so far. Here's some cute hairstyles. Man, I had so many ideas for Art Fight attacks, and I never got around to these. So sad. Can you guess what this is? More Art Fight attacks. So many. I did end up finishing this one right here. I'll throw that up on screen. But all of the other ones here that I really thought were cool, I did not get around to, unfortunately. Maybe I'll do it next year. Attack me on Art Fight, people. I'll throw the link up on screen. I wanna do more stuff this year. I remember drawing this, and I thought it looked weirdly much like my sister. It's not gonna focus, is it? Oh my god, what's happening? Wow, what is going on? This one I was really proud of. My dog is barking, god damn it. This is my OC Freya. One of the first drawings of her. She's changed a lot in style, but I think her main characteristics are still here. Oh wow, I did some actual anatomy studies here. They look pretty cool. This was in 2021 or 2022? Probably 2022. I don't know what this is. Okay, so this was in 2022. I was doing a commission of a D&D character, and I was sketching out some ideas for them. They ended up looking quite a bit different. I'll throw up a picture of what they look like as well. And that is it of these 3 books. So these ranged from 2018 to 2022 or so. Okay. Heavy. This one is a little bit different. So, at some point in, I want to say 2021, I decided to compile all of the loose drawings I had into this folder. Because a lot of the time I would draw just on scrap pieces of paper. I'm not going to show too much of this because it's not, I don't think it's that interesting when you go this far back. But as you can see, I drew some birds here. Some of these were actually pretty decent. Like, I was 9 when I made this. I did some abstract pieces. I remember pretty vividly doing these. I just had fun with some paper and some paints and just went ham. This was 2015. Oh, here it is. Okay, this was the drawing that I redid. So I did this in 2015 when I was 10 years old, and then I redid it later in the blue book. Here's a mermaid. So around this time, I started compiling images on bigger pieces of paper because they were too small. This one I actually really like. This one's cute. Me and my sister. You see? Peanut head. Still here. Hey, more doodles. Beautiful. Okay, I remember these. I made 4, I believe, illustrations back when I had first gotten my alcohol-based markers. So I was really excited about that. I think I had these hanging on my wall. This was the very first one I did. Absolute first one. I didn't know how to control the streaks yet, so these are very streaky as you can see. Aww. And did a cute bee. These are from 2016. I think I watched a YouTube video and then I paused it and I saw a girl in the background and I was like, I want to draw her, and so I did. This one I remember I was really sad about because I had a friend who was really good at drawing and I always thought she was like 1 year ahead of me in terms of drawing, and I thought that was so annoying. So we both drew the same prompt, which was like a anime schoolgirl type thing. And this was mine, this was hers, and I thought hers was so much better, and I was really sad that mine wasn't as good as hers. And I honestly think that was something that really drove me forward, like that spite of I wanted to be better than her. I just kept drawing and drawing because I was so competitive. Man, I was really struggling with chibis. I was doing my best. Okay, now we've entered 2017. So I must have been 11 to 12 here. I drew an eye. I drew another eye. Another eye. And could you guess it? Another eye. There's so many eyes in here. It's incredible. I think this was a school assignment. I had to draw like an angel and a devil type thing. Oh, this I remember. Man, I don't know what they're called, but you basically cut into this like block of whatever it was called. You basically take like a thing and you scoop out some stuff so that you make your own stamp. I didn't do a great job as you can see, but I acted like it was made of fur, so it's okay. But it was a lot of fun to do. I enjoyed it. And this is my stamp. I don't want to talk about this. I'm not a witch. See, I told you this would be a theme. I remember being really proud of this one. I thought it was so cool looking. I still think it's pretty cool. I think it's cute. This one I remember being really proud of. I think it looks pretty good for my age. I think I was like 12 here. I have to apologize if the audio seems a little bit awkward at this point. I still have the old audio from the first take I did where I lost the footage or the visuals. I'm on a bit of a time limit here at the end, so I have to quickly go through these and then I'll have to just use the audio from the first recording. So thank you so much for still being here despite it being a little more awkward now. I remember being really proud of this one. I guess it was an attempt at realism. I don't think I followed a reference though. Keep in mind, I was like 11, so give me a break. This one I think was a background for some kind of school project, but I drove myself insane by drawing each individual brick, so I never finished it. And some doggies. Which one of these do you identify as? I'm more of a fur dog. I asked some of my friends to make like weird faces and then I drew them. Oh, we have jumped to 2018. I did not realize. So I would have been around 12 at this point. This one was a cool vampire-y lady, another furry, a donut lady. Interesting, doing the hair into donuts. I was around 13 here. I really wanted Nintendo Labo and I never got it, and I'm so sad that I didn't because I would have had so much fun with it at the time. Here's some dogs. Once again, which one do you identify as? I'm personally a dog 5. Oh, this one I was really proud of. I actually think I did a whole speed paint of this one. Kind of like a adventurer lady type of deal. She's really cute. Oh, this one I remember. My grandma loved this one. She thought it looked amazing. Keep in mind, I didn't make any research on cultures or anything. I think I wanted her to look Indian, but little 12-year-old me did not make any research. She's not very accurate, but she is pretty looking. We have more dogs. Oh my god. I think this is cute. I like New Yarn 2000. Wow. I've always been a lover of Where's Waldo type pictures where there's just a bunch of stuff on the page. A bunch of stuff happening. That's my favorite kind of pictures. This was was the Lavender Town / Shapey Face. I would have been about 13 for this. This one I remember I drew over some newspaper and I made it into this steampunk type, I don't know, couple or partners or something. And I thought it was really cool actually. Alright, moving into 2019. I think this is a redraw of that one mermaid I drew earlier. I tried drawing with alcohol markers for the first time in a long time, and I don't know, came out like this. On the left here is a character I have. I'm still figuring out her name, but she's inspired by a village in Thailand where they use these gold rings around their neck. I think it's for a tradition. I got so inspired by those that I wanted to make a character of it, merged with like a dragon aesthetic. And I'm still trying to work out that character and what I want with it. I want to do something with her someday. Drew some doodles of Sims 4 randomized characters. I remember this. And that was this book. Oh my god. It's so big. Alright, I only think we have one, maybe two more to go. And they are not full at all, so don't worry. This one is probably my favorite sketchbook of them all. It's a college pad A4 piece of paper, and it is extremely thin. Super smooth, super thin, and bad quality paper, and it is everything I've ever wanted, and I love it. I don't know why, but I really like having some messy paper to work on and not having to worry about making it pretty and stuff. So I'm only going to be able to show certain parts of this book because a lot of it in here, as you can see, I'm going to just go in and like try and blur this out as best I can afterwards because covering this is going to be impossible. It's a lot of figuring out ideas that I had and just writing it down, making it messy, filling up an entire page, stuff like that. We have more silhouettes of Lua and that one pumpkin fella over here. I believe we have some storyboards for a comic I wanted to make about Casper and her little sister Melanie. Didn't really get around to that one. I might come back to it. This is some actual drawing. Bunch of different characters. I really like this one. Little Dea who missed the bus on her way to school. I love just filling up an entire page like this. It is what I love doing. On this page we have more Pinteresty girls, with one Lua in here. Over here we have more OCs. Here we have my characters for a comic I'm currently producing, where they are the main characters. There's only 3 characters in it. It's a short comic. I'm working on it. He's the love interest, and it's a cute little romance story. It should be about 12 pages long, and I'm really excited to work more on it. I have worked out the entire storyboard and the story, the characters. So right now all I have left to do is actually just to draw it. I don't think I'm gonna publish it as a book, as it's only 12 pages long, but I do kind of wanna put it up as a webcomic somewhere. So if any of you have ideas as to websites or places you would like to read it, then let me know, because I can post it wherever. So here's some anatomy studies and a Pinterest girl and my 2 characters, from we'll call it the Christmas comic. If you guys are interested in videos or anything about it, let me know. I am so excited to share this. Here we have some characters. I think these were some warm-up sketches. Concept art for Amber, Bonnie, Freya's over here. This is actually a piece I want to mention. This is a thumbnail sketch. Very big one, I know. But this was a thumbnail sketch for a room I wanted to draw and have it be kind of like the main banner or something. I ended up dropping the idea because I got stuck on the coloring phase. But I want to show a picture of it. So here it is. Because I worked hard on this and I'm really proud of it. But as soon as I showed it to my friend, they just commented on how exposed the feet were, and then I felt kind of weird about it. I swear it wasn't intentional. I just wanted to do some cool perspective with it, but yeah, I don't know. I ended up dropping that project. Here we have more sketches of Freya, Bonnie, Amber. If you guys want to hear anything about these characters again, let me know, because I am really excited to share all my stuff. Here's a Pinterest girl. Pinterest. I really like this sketch, but I made the arms too small. Here we have a bunch of anatomy studies. Just learning how to draw the body, and then a random Bonnie in here. Learning how to draw the body. These have been great for teaching me that kind of stuff. More Pinterest girls. Then we have Amber, the beauty herself, singing. And then some colored pencils. This character is from Clay? I've written down. I might not be able to find the artist of this character. I'm really sorry if I can't, but not mine, not my character. And then we have my Dress Up Darling fan art down here in the corner, and I actually really like how this came out. Pinterest. More figuring out art fight. All the art fight thumbnails are from 1 year, the same year. I just wanted to draw so many, and I think I ended up drawing about 10 pieces in total. More anatomy studies and figuring out the different shapes of the head and how that works. And yeah, I think that's mainly what I've filled this book with. Here's a little picture of my Cozy mascot. Isn't she so cute? I love her. I'm so excited for the VTuber model. But yeah, that's what I filled up this book with so far. So this is very similar to my other book over here, which is pretty much the same, but an A5 instead of an A4. This one I've only filled up 1 page, I think. So this will be my very last one. But my mom got me this book for Christmas that says Cozy Draws on it, and I think it's just so cute. Like, I can't not draw on this. It says Cozy Draws, and my mom got it. Isn't that so sweet? I want to fill this bad boy up. Maybe someday I'll do a sketchbook tour of this book, but right now it's not filled up enough, I think. This is me redesigning my mascot character, Cozy. Beforehand, I had a VTuber model actually finished, but I didn't really feel like it showed me off enough. Like, the vest design was really cute and really cool looking, but it wasn't quite me, so I ended up redesigning it. But yeah, I really like the redesign, and I'm really excited for it. And then this is the absolute last page that I'll be showing you guys. It is some simple Pinterest drawings, and down here I wanted to draw a few more different body types. I've really been learning different body types recently and embracing some cute belly and different shapes of the body and stuff like that. I've been really excited about drawing that recently. But these are just Pinterest drawings. I really want to emphasize how cute this girl is. She is adorable. I want to kiss her on the lips. I'm only half joking. But that's all I filled this book with so far, unfortunately. I haven't drawn much since then. That was the last one! We did it, boys! After 2 hours and 20 minutes of going through sketchbooks, we finally got through them all. Should I put them all up? It's a nice little celebration. Thank you guys so much for watching me flip through these books and seeing my art journey and my art growth throughout the years. I'm gonna go ahead and try and edit all this down now. God. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and for being here with me in the beginning of my journey on my new YouTube channel. I'm so excited to figure it all out and learn my style and learn the kind of videos I like making. I'm most likely gonna be making more digital art focused content in the future, but really I want to do whatever is the most fun. So if anyone has some ideas for stuff that they'd like to see me make, then put it in the comments. Just reach out. I wanna do stuff. I'm so excited for this. This is all my life in terms of drawing. This is my whole artistic journey, so thank you for going through that journey with me. Man, I guess I should make like an outro, huh? I want to have like a catchphrase outro. Maybe I'll have that ready for next video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really appreciate it, and bye!